Hey friends, Justin here. Today I want to address something that backpackers often overlook, but could have serious consequences if not addressed. Disease, chafing, burns, rotting mouth, and poopy butt could all happen to you if you don't have proper hygiene on the trail. I've been paying particularly close attention to my hygiene items and systems as I prep for the 1100 kilometer Great Divide Trail this summer so that I don't have any of these issues on trail. The first thing I want to address, because we got the sun beating down on me right now, is how to prevent getting burns and specifically sunburns. There's a couple different strategies I use to avoid sunburns. First of all, I wear long sleeve shirts and long pants with a hood so I can protect my skin from sun without needing to use these next items. These next items are sunscreen. So I like this bar sunscreen by Neutrogena, so you can just undo it and then you can just rub it on your face. And if you have really dirty hands, then that's super convenient. And then SPF lip chap. I think a lot of people, they bring lip chap, but they forget to get one with SPF for when you're hiking, and burnt lips are not fun. Trust me, I've been there. Something else that hygiene is super important for is chafing. I know a lot of hikers get chafing, and the big reason they get it is because they're just dirty. They're filthy, especially on a thru hike. You're backpacking for days and days without showering, and you get a lot of buildup of grime. A lot of people, they'll go jump and bathe in a lake like we have behind me. This is a beautiful alpine lake. And while it might be okay to have a little rinse, it's really bad to have a full-on bath with soap in these alpine lakes, and any lake really. Soap can change the pH of these water bodies, and if a lot of hikers are doing that, they can have a seriously negative impact on the environment. So what I like to do is I use this Dyneema basin. It's supposed to be a dog bowl, but I will scoop up water using this, bring it away from the stream or lake, whatever I'm using to get the water, and then I'll use this Swedish cloth to bathe with. So this is a super absorbent cloth that I can just wipe myself down with. And for soap, I bring powdered soap. So this is powdered soap from Pika Outdoors. This stuff's awesome. It doesn't freeze, it's super lightweight, and isn't as messy as bringing regular soap with you. So I'll squirt some of this onto the Swedish cloth, dip it into the basin, and then give myself a wash. And if you guys are interested in any of the gear that I'm talking about today, whether the wash basin, the soap, or the sunscreen, I'll post the links in the video description so you guys can go check it out. And then in order to prevent these pearly whites from rotting out of my face, I do pretty much the same routine that I do at home. I have a little floss that I use to floss my teeth. Especially with some of the freeze-dried meals, I find the meat can sometimes get stuck in my teeth, so definitely good to have floss. And then I use toothbrush and toothpaste, but my toothpaste isn't your traditional toothpaste. I like to use these Toothpaste Tabs. So you just chew these up and then brush like normal, and they work really well. They're lightweight, and it's very easy to allocate how many you need for a trip. So if I'm going on a 6-day trip, then I know that I'll probably need 12 of these little tabs. As opposed to using those little tubes of toothpaste, you never really know how many you need. We still have to address how to prevent having a poopy butt, but we'll do that in the morning when it's a little bit more applicable. Good morning, guys. Now it's time to address how not to have a poopy butt. And the first thing is to use that wash basin and soap and just wash yourself. That's a great way if you do have some remnants. In order to not have anything left over, I like to use everything that I have in this poop kit bag. First up, let's talk about the trowel. So I use the Vargo Dig trowel, and I like this bag. It's a poop kit bag made by Space Bear Bags. I love the poop emojis on it, but the Vargo Dig fits perfectly inside this bag, even though it's a really long trowel. A trowel is super important in order to get a really good cat hole dug. You're gonna be pooping into this hole and you want it to be nice and deep, at least 6 inches, ideally up to 8 inches, and nice and big to accommodate everything that you're gonna put into it. One of my favorite things about this trowel is the serrated edges on it. So I live in an area that has super rooty ground, and I can use the serrated edges to cut through those roots, so I do get a really good cat hole. The next thing is toilet paper. I haven't quite mastered the backcountry bidet yet, so I'm still a toilet paper user. Use this the same way you do at home, just make sure that you're bringing enough into the backcountry. I also like to bring baby wipes with me, just to make sure everything's nice and squeaky clean. The thing with baby wipes is they're usually not biodegradable, and even if they are, they don't biodegrade super quickly, so it's important to pack these out with you. And then after I'm done doing all my business, there's a couple different things I like to do to make sure my hands are nice and clean after all that wiping. First is I like to wash my hands with soap, and then the other thing that I do is I'll use hand sanitizer. If I'm out of soap, I'll just use the hand sanitizer, but there are some viruses and diseases that you can get even if you use hand sanitizer if you do have some fecal matter on your hands. So I like to do the hand washing with the soap. This soap is a new item that I've picked up in order to go more ultralight in the backcountry, and I have a whole bunch of other ultralight items that I've picked up for 2021, and I'll post a link to that video right up in the corner there. A lot of these items are also going to be items that I'm going to be using on my Great Divide Trail through hike, and stay tuned, subscribe to the channel because I will be posting a full gear list for the Great Divide Trail.